guys at Mello early and then found Al Thornton.
Right.
About his defense.
Well, I think what happened it was our overall team intensity, which helped. You know, we put more pressure on the ball, tried to keep it big, matched up on Chauncey as much as possible, to try to take away as far as his lanes a little bit and have at least if we were sending help to him, we could stun with a big guy. Carmelo, he thought someone bigger was coming at him, and so I just thought, I mean, Al was, Al played with a great amount of energy. I told the guys to shoot around and say, we got to play like a pack, like a bunch of mad dogs, and that's how we played tonight. We went after loose balls, we went after rebounds, we didn't give up as far as on plays, and what happens, the crowd gets into it, the crowd keeps our guys juiced up.
Can you just talk about the decision to play the line you did in the fourth quarter and why did it get paid off so much?
Well, I think they went with Allen, and we thought that we wanted to create a mismatch at the other end with them guarding either Howard or guarding Thornton. And why it worked is because Thornton at 6'7" can play like 6'10" rebounding wise. And the same thing, Josh can play bigger, and of course Singleton plays. Those were energy guys. We knew that in the fourth quarter they played a tough game last night. What you want to try to do is you want to try to keep as much pressure and energy on a team like that as far as in the fourth quarter, and I think it paid off for us.
Just talk about getting an effort victory. It seems like it's such a rarity in this season to get one.
Well, I think we got guys that are. When we made the decision to make changes, we thought about the type of players that we wanted to bring in here, whether the players were going to be here long term or not. That's something that it'll be decided. But the one thing we want players that had high basketball IQ, that played really, really hard, didn't give up as far as on plays, and we're hungry. And we said if we do that, we'll start setting the tone of how we want to play down the road.
How much of an advantage that you got so many new pieces that teams just don't know how to prepare for you right now?
Well, I mean, the disadvantage should be is that we got a lot of new pieces and we don't know how to prepare for ourselves. As far as being able to just be an execution team, and so we're still learning as far as concepts. So, I mean, I think that's part of it. I think that it's the group of guys and how hard we're playing. When's the last time you saw Nick diving on the floor for loose balls and stuff? So what happens? That doesn't become contagious. When you see a guy like Al Thornton going after it on the glass, or Josh Howard and that, you as a teammate, you say, hey, I've got to get on board. And I think that's what everybody's done. You saw at the end, Andre has a great first half and carries us in the first half. And picks up his fourth, we go to the bench, those guys start playing well. We don't play, Andre or JaVale down the stretch yet. Those are the guys that are up on the bench cheering, the whole time in the fourth quarter. We haven't had that this year. We haven't had that. It's been, the guys are out on the floor and the guys are on the bench. So we're, and I think you have to have those type of things.
Speaking of Nick, you had confidence in him to come against Chauncey Billups. Can you talk about what type of defense he was able to?
We wanted to keep size on him. We just, Chauncey, he got him a couple times, because of his veteran smarts and that. But Nick is better on the ball. We found that out some of the better games he's played defensively. When we matched up on Iguodala, he played Iguodala one-on-one, and we did match up on Vince Carter early one time. He's better when he's matched up on a player, and he doesn't have to worry about his assignments where he's to be as far as on the weak side. And so we try to do that tonight.
What's it say for Andre that he's had the back-to-back strong games instead of just flash?
Well, I hope consistent. He got tired tonight. He was a tough game. He got tired. He got going so well early. I got on him and JaVale both. I said, JaVale, you're shooting it every time you touch it. I said, we're not going to throw you the ball anymore. Get around the basket and get good shots, but don't take bad shots. And I got on both him and Dre. Dre, had 11, 12 shots the first quarter. He's about ready to take 40 shots in a game, but then he came up, he had 3 assists and did some other positive type things. So he hung with it. That was a positive.
I think you played every guy on the roster tonight. Do you have any idea how common that might be?
I think we'll probably do that a lot. Okay. Thanks.